Welcome to the Same Side Selling Podcast. I'm your host, Ian Altman. So you have existing clients. Things are going really well. And maybe you acquired another company. Maybe you merged with somebody. Maybe you just created another offering in your business. And you think to yourself, you know what? I'll bet you our existing clients would love this new product and service that we offer. This additional thing. We often in business refer to that as cross-selling. I've already established trust with you. We already have a relationship where you're buying our existing product, and now I want to sell you our new product or service on top of that. So why is it that usually when businesses do this, it doesn't work out quite as well as they thought it would? Well, there are a couple of traps that we fall into. The first one is that sometimes we have a product or service that we used to offer for free. And all of a sudden we realize, you know what, we've been giving this thing away for free. We should probably start charging for it. The challenge is that your existing clients are used to paying for that service. So what we need to do in that case is we need to help them understand why it's in their best interest to actually start paying for something they thought they were getting for free. Now, it usually comes down to better defining what that product or service is so that we can then explain to them, look, in the past we were offering this limited capability, but we realize that many of our clients need this advanced capability. They need more hands-on. They need more dedicated attention around that, and that's just not something we can provide as part of the engagement we already have. Now, what people tell us is that if they had this additional product or service, that it would provide this capability, that capability, it would give them additional value, and we charge this much for that. The investment to get that additional return is only X dollars per month, per quarter, per year, however you structure it. So if we already had this that we were giving them almost for free, and now we want to make sure they understand that it's okay to pay for it, then we want to make sure that we can convey that. The area where most businesses struggle with cross-selling is that oftentimes what will happen is two businesses will come together. And what will happen is the business that is coming in now to try and create this offering for your existing clients, what happens is the people who already have the relationships with those clients don't quite understand this new product or service. And so with all the best intentions of the world, people say, oh, let me explain to you about this product or service. Here's what it does. Here are its features and benefits. Here's a one-pager that you can show somebody what this product or service does. And because everyone is committed to helping increase that cross-sell, everyone gets on board and they start sharing this little one-pager. In some cases, you might even give them a link to a landing page that says, here's this new service that we're offering. And eventually people get pretty good at describing what that service is. Here's where the problem comes up. No one understands why people need it. So instead of talking about the features and capabilities and the benefits of this new product or service, what I suggest is that instead you think about who is the greatest fit for this? Who's going to benefit the most? What does that client look like? And what are the symptoms that those people are experiencing that would tell you that they might need that product or service? So for example, let's say that in my business, I help people obviously build this culture of growth and same-side selling in our Same-Side Selling Academy. Let's say that all of a sudden we acquired a company, which we haven't, but let's say we acquired a company that offered content marketing services. Well, I could either say, oh, we have this new content marketing service and we produce content once a month for you or once a week, and we provide this type of content, we provide social media, and we provide this. I could list every attribute and no one would care. But instead, if I said, well, here's this new service that we offer, and the reason we acquired this company is that oftentimes our clients find that they're struggling to earn attention. They struggle to establish their expertise in the industry. And this new service allows us to help you establish that expertise, help drive inbound opportunities so that this sales engine that you have can fire on all cylinders. If that's something you're struggling with, we're happy to talk to you to see if it might be a fit for you. And what I just did is I described the problem that we solve rather than describing what it is that we're selling. See, your clients and prospects don't care what you're selling. They just care what you are solving for them. And if you all of a sudden get to the point where you can describe really well the problems that you solve, then your clients and prospects can say, yeah, we have that problem too. Now, where I see this the most often is in professional services companies. So a consulting group all of a sudden has a new offering and they say, here's this new offering. We now provide this additional service. And no one cares because they can't describe who needs it. And instead, if they said, look, only a subset of our clients are going to care about this, but if you're facing this problem, and that problem, we might have something worth talking about. So instead of focusing on the features and the benefits, focus on the problems that you solve. That will immediately make it so you will be showing up to solve and not sell. So let me give you a quick recap of this. When you're trying to cross-sell, when you're trying to sell additional products and services, it's not about creating a one-pager that talks about the features and benefits. If you want to create a one-pager or landing page, give a short video as to what types of problems that you solve for people and the outcomes they're likely to achieve. And that way, people can relate and say, yep, I have one of those 3 problems. Now I want to learn more. And then you can bring in the people who have the subject matter expertise in that area. And when we've done this, we've seen our clients achieve remarkable success in that whole area of cross-selling that you may want to relabel cross-solving. If there are topics you'd like me to cover, just drop me a note to ian@ianaltman.com. If you found this helpful, like it, share it with other people, and I will see you next week on the Same Side Selling Podcast. So long.